YUMMMEEN. Welcome to YUMMMEEN Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. YUMMMEEN, aka Smiley. Yeah, man. YUMMMEEN. Yeah, I just got back from the trip to Puerto Rico. Yeah, man. I was just thinking like how small minded I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Used to be real small minded, man. It's like, man, it was a time, man. It's like I couldn't think past South Street and Seville Park. You know what I mean? I couldn't think past South Nava, man. Like, you know what I mean? For real, man. It was like, true enough, it was kind of like, we were segregated kind of back then growing up. South stay on South, East stay on East. You know, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of segregated before, they started tearing the projects down and moving different sides of towns into these neighborhoods. And then gangs came into play as well, where it made it kind of easy for you to go on different sides of towns because you might got same affiliation that you done connect with on different sides of towns. But yeah, man, I was just thinking, man, like used to be so small, man, that, man, like just couldn't leave South Nava, man, like I mean? But it kind of made it easier for us to be like it, you know what I mean? It's like a never dull moment. You know what I mean? For real. It's like, man, I used to be able to go in almost in a house in the projects. You know what I'm saying? On 14th. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the candy lady right here. Then you got the other candy lady right here. They got the fish place. They got the cheeseburgers. They got the nacho. So it's like we basically had a restaurant in the hood. We didn't have to leave because they got the cigars and the loose cigarettes and you know what I mean. Got the dice game right here. Then you got Unc down here might be grilling. You know what I'm saying? Little fight going on right here. Little house party right here. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like we ain't had to go nowhere. This was our world. You know what I'm saying? This was our world, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't look at it no different. It's like man, I ain't got time to be in love, man. If I'm gone too long from the hood, I feel like I'm missing something. You know what I mean? I could be making some money or something, you know what I mean? Got me a little pack or something, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm missing some money or I'm missing something, missing dice game. I'm trying to run it up or you know what I mean? Whatever. It's like we ain't had to go nowhere, man. It was like everything was right here. Got the women, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was like everything right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Turn up right here. It's our club. You know what I mean? For real. It was time where you can sleep on the porch. Everything still in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It was just what it was, man. I could think past South Street in Seville Park, man. You know what I mean? For real. But yeah, man, man, I just got off from out of town, man. I was just thinking, man, how big the world really is. Like, I've been a few places, you know what I mean? There ain't nothing really to brag about, you know what I mean? But it just make me want to go elsewhere. I want to keep doing it, man. Like I've been seeing, man, I seen man, my guy, man, from be in Westchester. Man, he all in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Man, they all in these different countries, and you know what I'm saying. Joe Beater, I see them all in Dominican Republics on the horses, and you know what I'm saying. Like man, then my partner Deezy, man, he all in Jamaica, all in you know what I mean, all these different places. And, you know what I mean? It's like man, we starting to understand, man. I see a lot of people growing up, man. You know what I'm saying, like it's bigger than the city now. You know what I mean? And really, that social media play a part in it because it's like we got access to these things now. You know what I mean? You get to look at no flights, be like, round trip 600 to go here. Oh man, book it. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I see everybody going to New York and Houston and you know what I'm saying? Everybody just traveling, man. Everybody just living their life, man. Like, and I love that, man. Like, we were so small minded, man. This all we knew. This all we knew, man, was the hood, man. The same routine, man. Like, go to this club, go to that club. Now people saving and booking trips and taking the kids to Disney World and things like that, man. You know what I mean? I salute everybody, man, who doing their thing, man, can see the world is bigger than Nashville or South Nav or they hoods or whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I think social media played a part in it, man. 'Cause like, true or no, you might got some older cats that I ain't really hear about, might went to Miami and done these things. But my age group and people just a few years older, and all I heard about was Atlanta. You know what I mean? Something you can drive to. I ain't really back then. I didn't hear nobody talking about they just flew to Miami, or they just flew to New York, or they just flew to Houston. I didn't hear it. You know what I mean? I didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Now we got these cell phones. We just Google flights to Miami, flights to Houston, flights to New York, package deals on this. You know what I'm saying? Then now they got it to the point where they getting out the timeshare things and all kind of stuff now. You know what I mean? What people can afford to take trips and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, man, my first trip, man, I went to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? It's like ever since then I just wanna just go. Like every year I'm going somewhere. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go farther and farther. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go farther and farther. That's just where I'm at. I just want to see it. I didn't want to live life with no regrets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting older, gonna be 40. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just want to just go any chance I get. You know what I mean? Just see the world, man. But then in another thing, oh, man, so I just left Puerto Rico, right? So like it's it's like two worlds in one. You know what I mean? It's like on this side you got the beautiful. It's like paradise on one side, man. I'm talking about everything so clean and buildings and looking good. Man, you let to walk and won't even see a cigarette butt. They keep it so clean. But then on the other side, man, it's like terrible, man. I'm talking about like kind of like how you even live, how people even live in these places. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of make it's kind of like hard, like the little stuff we complain about over here, man. It's like we definitely wouldn't survive in these other countries. They got it bad. You know what I mean? But I had to understand. I was just talking to my little brother. I had to understand. It's like that's how they raised. That's how they grew up. That's all they know. So they ain't looking at it as like a bad thing. This our life. That's like growing up in the projects back then. This all we knew. We didn't know nothing. We thought this was everything. So you know what I mean. So I guess like how they live is how they live. They used to living like that. That's all they know. So they're not looking at it like they in a bad situation. They got a roof over their head. They gonna make a game out of anything. You know what I'm saying? They gonna play ping pong without a table. They gonna play volleyball without a net. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then I had to realize, man, like they got so many baseball fields in Puerto Rico. I can see why. probably most of the pro baseball league is all Puerto Ricans. That's why none of them really speak English. Man, all up from Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? They got so many baseball fields, man. It's like that's what they groomed to do, man. Like for real, for real. They got a whole real NBA team over there too. The NBA team, yeah, with the big boy arena, like they NBA team. They got a real NBA team over there too. Yeah, but yeah, man, I was just thinking about that, man. Like how small, man, that we used to be. Well, I used to be. You know what I mean? Like the world just wide open, man. It's like these cell phones, man. Man, it's a gift and a curse. But if you use it right, it's a gold, man. You know what I mean? It's like everything on the phone, man. You can Google how do I fix my credit. You can Google what do I go to start trying to buy a house. What do I do to do whatever, man? You can just say it in your phone. It's gonna give you 1,000 ways to do what you just asked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I don't really see how nobody broke in these times, or still got it hard, or can't figure it out. You know what I mean? I know life is what it is. I know it is. I understand that because I know. You know what I mean? But it's like it's too much information right in our face. There's too much information on something that we cannot go without. Every day we picking that phone up. Soon as you wake up out the bed, you pick the phone up. You know what I'm saying? If you just utilize it right instead of getting on social media and YouTube like I do, you know what I'm saying? If you just utilize it right, man, everything on the darn phone, man, it's like so it help open our minds up. You know what I mean? Cause we can just see everything from right here. Now we know what's going on in all these different cities and things. You know what I'm saying? All we used to hear about was choppers and all that was from the hot boys and no limit, and we didn't know what really choppers was, man. Like, you know what I mean? We didn't have all that. And then we got access to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that stuff really wasn't we wasn't accessible to then. You know what I mean? Like we is now, because the world is wide open. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open for us to get all the information we need. I don't care what you have a question about. Man, you pick that phone up and ask the question, man, it's gonna tell you. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I was just thinking about that, man. You know what I mean? Like it just, man, we need to be grateful for what we got as well too, though. You know what I mean? Cause it's people living way worse than we is, man. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Yeah, man. But I was just thinking, man, how small, man, it used to be, man. Now it's just like, man, now it's like the world at our fingertips, man. It's like you can do anything you want to do. You can be anything you want to be, and don't got to go to the army. You know what I mean?